Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you all children? I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to continue the same topic, fractions, and in this topic we are going to discuss the equivalent fractions and the fractions in their lowest term. Now first we will see how these two things are related to each other. Now what do we mean by equivalent fractions? We had discussed in our first video of fractions, right? Equivalent fractions means they will tell you about the same quantity. The way we write the fractions will be different, but the quantity that they show or they represent will be the same, right? And how we find the equivalent fractions? We had also seen that in our video, that we will multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number, and when we do that, when we multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number, we get a new fraction, right? And that fraction is equivalent to the previous one. When we were doing that method, we were having a fraction in this form, 2 by 5 for example. Okay, I have a fraction here 2 by 5. Now 2 by 5 is in the lowest term of the fraction, is the lowest term. Lowest term in the sense we cannot bring it more down, we cannot simplify it further down. Okay, this is the lowest form of this fraction. Okay, that means we cannot divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. There is no number that will divide the numerator as well as the denominator. The same number should divide. Like how we do multiplication, we multiply the numerator and denominator and we get a new fraction, right? Equivalent fraction. What we are doing? We are multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same number. Okay, there is one way of finding the equivalent fraction. The second way of finding the equivalent fraction is we can divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. Okay, then also you will get a new fraction. In a lower form means the values of numerator and denominator will become less. Now when we multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number, the values of the numerator and denominator increases, right? Let us do this and see. Suppose if I multiply 2 by 5, the numerator and denominator with 2, the value of the numerator and denominator will increase, right? And we will get a fraction 4 by 10. Now you see the value of numerator and denominator has increased 4 by 10. 2 by 5 has become 4 by 10. Now these two are equivalent fractions, correct? We can get more equivalent fractions. 2 by 5 I can multiply numerator and denominator with 3, and the fraction that I will get is 6 upon 15. Okay, so again you can see the value of numerator and denominator has increased. So we can say that 2 by 5 is equal to 4 by 10 is equal to 6 by 15. Okay, we have found the equivalent fraction. We can find many equivalent fractions. As we go on multiplying, we will get the fractions, right? This is one way of finding the equivalent fraction, where we multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number. The second way of finding the equivalent fraction is we can divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. Like how we multiply, same way we can divide the numerator and denominator with the same number, and we will get a new fraction, but there the value of the numerator and denominator will be less. Okay, it will decrease, it will not increase, it will decrease. Now when we get a fraction in the lower form, okay, in the lowest form, such type of fractions we call them equivalent fraction in the lowest form. Equivalent fractions which are in their lowest terms. Okay, now how we do that? I have an example over here, 12 upon 20. Now we will find the HCF of numerator and denominator. What is HCF? HCF, highest common factor. You have done in class 5, right? HCF is highest common factor. Now we have to find a factor, okay, highest common factor for these two numbers. A factor, a number that will divide the numerator and the denominator. One number that will divide both numerator and denominator. Okay. So, how do we find HCF? 12 and 20. Okay, we have to find HCF for 12 and 20. So, we will look for a number that will divide both. A number should divide 2 as well as 20. Here you can use the divisibility rules. Okay, if you know the divisibility rules, it will be easy for you to find the factors. Now, which is the number that will divide 12 and 20? See, 12 is a even number, there is 2 in one's place, there is 0 in one's place. So, 2 will divide 12 as well as 20. We should find a number which will divide both. So, when we divide 12 with 2, 12 divided by 2 will get 6 as the answer, and when we divide 20 with 2 we will get 10 as the answer. Okay. Now, again we have to divide 6 and 10 with the common number, with one number which will divide 6 as well as 10. 6 again it is an even number, so 2 will divide 6, and 10 also will be divisible by 2. Okay. So, 2 will divide 6, 6 divided by 2, the answer we get is 3, and when we divide 10 with 2 we will get the answer as 5. Now, 3 and 5. Is there any number that will divide 3 and 5 common divisor? No. 3 is a prime number, 5 is also a prime number. So, we do not have a common divisor for 3 and 4. There is no number that will divide 3 and 5, sorry, 3 and 5 both, because 5 is a prime number, 3 is also a prime number. So, there is no common divisor for 3 and 5. Okay. So, now 2 and 2. These two are the common factors that divide 12 and 20. So, 2 into 2. 2 into 2 is 4. So, highest common factor HCF of 12 and 20 is 4. Okay, I hope you have understood what we have to do. We have to find the highest common factor. What is a factor? Factor is a number that divides a number. Okay, it will divide that number. If it divides that number is called the factor. So, 4 will divide 12. So, 4 is the factor of 12, and 4 will divide 20. So, 4 is a factor of 20. Okay, the number that divides. So, the highest common factor, the common factor that will divide 12 and 20 is 4. 2 will also divide, but that is not the highest one. The highest factor, that will, the greatest factor that will divide both the numbers is 4. So, we will divide numerator with 4 and also we will divide the denominator with 4. Now, when we divide 12 with 4, the answer that we get, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 4s are 12, right? So, when we divide the numerator 12 with 4, we will get 3 as the answer. And when we divide the denominator with 4, 20 divided by 4, the answer that we get is 5. Okay. Now, 3 by 5 is equivalent to 12 by 20. It is an equivalent fraction. Okay. 12 by 20 is equivalent to 3 by 5. They both are equivalent. Okay. And 3 by 5 is the lowest term of this fraction. Okay. We also call it a standard form or simplest form or the lowest form. Is it clear? So, this is the standard form or the simplest form or the lowest form of this fraction. Is it clear to you what we mean by lowest form? If you look here, 2 by 5, this is the lowest form of these fractions, because 2 by 5 we cannot divide with a common divisor. There is no common divisor for 2 and 5. No number will divide 2 and 5, common number. Okay. So, when we do not find a common divisor for numerator and denominator, that form of fraction is called the lowest form or the simplest form of the fraction. Clear? So, when we find the equivalent fraction with this method, by finding the HCF and dividing the numerator and denominator, the equivalent fraction that we get will be in the simplest form or the lowest form of the fraction. I hope you have understood. We will try one more example, that is 6 by 42. Now we will try to find the HCF for 6 and 42. Okay. 6 and 42. Now which number will divide 6 as well as 42? 6 itself, right? In the table of 6 you get 6 as well as you get 42, right? So 6 will divide 6 and 6 will also divide 42. So 6 ones are 6 and 6 sevens are 42. Now what we got here? 1 and 7. 1 and 7. We don't have any number that will divide 1 as well as 7 except for 1. So we leave it as it is. The highest common factor over here will be 6. 6 is the highest common factor of 6 and 42. So we will divide the numerator with 6 and we will divide the denominator also with 6. Now when we divide the numerator with 6, 6 divided by 6 will get 1 as the answer. And when we divide 42 with 6, we will get 7 as the answer. Okay. Now we can say that 6 by 42 is equal to 1 by 7. They are equivalent fractions, and 1 by 7 is the lowest form of 6 by 42. The simplest form of 6 by 42 is 1 by 7. Okay. So this is the second way of finding equivalent fractions. So far you had seen, you were finding the equivalent fraction by multiplying numerator and denominator with the same number. But we can also find the equivalent fractions by dividing the numerator and denominator with the same number. Okay. One more last example we will see here. We have 84 upon 126. So first thing we need to find the HCF, 126. Okay. Since the numbers are big, we have to use the divisibility rules here to make it more easy. Okay. So divisibility rules, we know the divisibility rule of 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, say, and then we also know the divisibility rule of 9. So which number do you think will divide? A common number we need which will divide 84 as well as 126. So we know that we have 4 in ones place here and we have 6 in ones place. So 2 will divide both the numbers, right? So 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4. Now here when we divide 126 with 2, if you want you can do the division. 126 you can divide with 2. 2 6s are 12 and then 2 3s are 6. So it will be 63. Okay. Next, further again we can see that we have 42 here and 63. 2 will not divide 63. So that will not be a common factor, because 42 it will divide but not 63. What about 3? What is the divisibility rule of 3? We have to add the digits and see, right? 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 will divide 42 because 6 is divisible by 3. So 42 also will be divisible by 3. Let us see for 63. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 divisible by 3. So 63 also will be divisible by 3. So 42 and 63 both will be divisible by 3. Okay. So divide 42 with 3. You can do the division in your rough column and see. When you divide 42 with 3, you will get 14 as the answer. Okay. When you divide 42 with 3, you do the division and check, you will get 14 as the answer. Okay. And when you divide 63 with 3, you will get 21 as the answer. Do the division, divide 63 with 3 and see what answer you will get. You will get 21 as the answer. Okay. Now next, 14 and 21. Do we have a common factor for 14 and 21? Yes, that is 7. 7 will divide 14. In the table of 7, you find 14 as well as you find 21, right? So 7 will divide 14 and 7 will also divide 21. So divide with 7. 7 2s are 14 When you divide 14 with 7, you will get 2 as the answer. And when you divide 21 with 7, you will get 3 as the answer. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay. So, I have divided 14 with 7, I got 2 as the answer, and here I have divided 21 with 7, I have got 3 as the answer. Now, 2 and 3, there is no common factor for 2 and 3. There is no number that will divide 2 and 3, no common number. Okay, so we leave it there as it is. Now, HCF, what we have to do to find HCF? We have to multiply these common factors, right? We have 3 common factors, we have to multiply the common factors to find the HCF. So, 2 into 3 into 7, these are our common factors, 2, 3 and 7. We need to multiply them and get the common factor, okay, highest common factor, HCF. 2 3s are 6, 6 7s are 42. 42 is our HCF, okay. Now, we need to divide numerator with 42 and we need to divide the denominator also with 42. Okay. Now, when we divide 84 with 42, we will get 2 as the answer. We can do the division. You have learned the division of 2-digit numbers. When you divide 84 with 42, you will get 2 as the answer, and when you divide 126 with 42, you will get 3 as the answer. Okay. So, 2 by 3 is equivalent fraction of 84 upon 126. These two are equal to each other. They are the equivalent fractions. Okay. And 2 by 3 is the simplest form of 84 by 126. Is it clear? So, when we do division of numerator and denominator with the same factor, we will get the simplest form of the fraction. Okay. We need to find the HCF of numerator and denominator, and with the HCF we have to divide the numerator and denominator. Then you will get a fraction which will be in the simplest form. Is it clear? I hope you have understood how to find the equivalent fractions in 2 different ways. One is by multiplying the numerator and denominator, and the second way is to divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. Okay. But when we are doing division, we need to find the HCF. Okay. Keep practicing, children. Inshallah, we will meet very soon with the next topic. Till then, stay at home and be safe. Jazakumullahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.